Yes, guys, yes, people, welcome back to Elijah Talks Football and welcome to another video. I hope that you guys are doing well this afternoon. I mean, if you're in the UK, I know you're not doing well because it's absolutely freezing here in the UK. For where I live, today's temperature is 1 degrees. That is way below average for this time of year. I know that it's meteorological winter, but the real winter will come in about 3 weeks' time. But honestly, like winter came early. I mean, yesterday we had it's not really like a snow, but just like a dusty of snow. So yeah, winter's come early. But anyway, but yeah, we're into the festive period. There's some big games coming up from now until New Year's Eve. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. So yeah, so now since I'm a Chelsea fan, of course, as you may guys know, if you don't know, then I'm a Chelsea fan. We've got not a huge game, but the important game, and we're at home against Brighton. That kicks off tomorrow afternoon at 2 p.m. because they just came back from playing in Europe 2 days ago. So that's why we'll be facing them on Sunday. And yeah, it's at Stamford Bridge. Now, before I get this video started, if you guys haven't done so already, make sure you click the subscribe button. If you are new, make sure you head over to Never Foul YouTube channel. I'm gonna show you guys on my socials and when I'm doing the live stream tomorrow, because I will be talking about the review on my channel and on Never Foul's channel. So they're inviting me. So make sure you guys head over there and make sure you tell all those people in the Never Foul chat to subscribe to my new to my channel called Elijah Talks Football. So there we go. So yes, guys, so we're facing Brighton at Stamford Bridge. Now, the interesting thing is that Brighton, of the last 2 months before the Nottingham Forest game, didn't do well. I mean, they got draws against Everton, Sheffield United, or is it Luton Town? Who else? Liverpool. So their record of the last 2 months haven't been that great, but they've won in the Europa League. And they've also won against Nottingham Forest. Now, the interesting thing is that whenever Brighton lose Brighton win in European places, they normally tend to not win in the Premier League after that. So that's why Thursday, Sunday for them can be a bit tough sometimes, because you want to get a big rest, not like a 3 day rest, like a 4 or 5 days rest. But so yeah, whenever they win games in Europe, they always draw games. Like the game against Ajax, they beat Ajax, but the next game they draw. The same goes for AK Athens. They beat them, but they've lost. Who else is in their team? Yeah, Marseille. They drew 2-2, but they usually win the next game. So yeah, when it comes to Thursday, Sunday, it's like topsy-turvy. Like whenever Brighton win in Europe, they don't win on Sunday in the Premier League. But when Brighton don't win in Europe, they tend to win the next game. So maybe this could be a advantage for Chelsea because of two things. Number one, like I said before, when Brighton win in Europe, they don't tend to win the next game in the Premier League. So that's number one. Number two, we have beaten Brighton at Stamford Bridge, but don't get too gassed, Chelsea fans, because that was only 1-0. And yes, it could have been 2-0 if Jackson, if that goal would have been allowed, because Jackson was onside. But let's not forget, Brighton dominated us and they had bad choices. That they should have put at least 3 past us. And in that game, I wasn't confident in that game, but we managed to beat them 1-0. But that was Brighton's C team. C team. You know, don't forget, yeah, we're up against Matoma, Pedro Neto, Ferguson, Danny Welbeck, you know, all of these players. And the reason why this is also a big game is because our owner decided to take the manager off us, the players off us, you know, the likes of Kukueya, you know, Caicedo and all that stuff. Now, who else? Let Liwa Ko and all that stuff. So yeah, they decided to take those players off us. So for this game, I'm worried that I'm not sure if Caicedo is going to be able to start, because you cannot start against your old club. Of course, we know that Kukueya is suspended for this game. Liwa Ko, I'm not sure what's going to happen to him, if he's going to be starting in that game. So hopefully he does, because there's no Ben Chilwell and we don't know who's going to be a left back. So yeah, I don't know. But yeah. So yeah, I'm worried that Caicedo is going to start, because who's going to be the right back? Because we all know that Reece James has got a red card, so he's going to miss only this game because he's only got 2 yellow cards, and that makes it a red. And we all know that Malo Gusto is injured, so is the Saints going to play him as right back, or is Caicedo going to be playing as right back? Because I've seen him playing that position against Arsenal, not many times, but yeah, that's when they then destroyed Arsenal's title hopes and they kept a clean sheet. So the big question is, will Caicedo playing as a right back? I hope he does, but do you know what worries me is that I think he's going to be playing full backs as a back four. Liwa Kor is left back, Desasi as right back, Badishu and Thiago Silva as centre back. So yeah, for me, I wanted to drop Thiago Silva in this game, but I thought to myself, listen, we haven't got Reece James, we haven't got Ben Chilwell, we haven't got Cook, we haven't got Wes Fofana, so that's going to be a back four, unfortunately. So yeah, there's nothing we can do, man. There really isn't. But if Caicedo does start as right back, then I want to see Thiago Silva drop it because yes, he's still the greatest defender in the world. But let's not forget he has made some mistakes before. Like was it the Villa goal, something like that, when he just didn't concentrate on the ball, gave the ball away, and allowed Aston Villa to score. And I think in the West Ham game when Antonio scored, Thiago Silva was too slow. He was ball watching and all that stuff. Then the Newcastle game, completely lost my head. Like I wanted to punch Thiago Silva for that because we had the chance after going 2-1 down. When he made that individual mistake, I was absolutely fuming. I said it was game over. So to me, Thiago Silva is old. I believe that this season he should retire and just leave Chelsea Football Club. Although I don't want that to happen, but he's 39 years old and next year will become 40. Like, I don't remember the players that turned 40 and still played football. So, to me, this could be his last season. So, if Thiago Silva retires, then I think that's a good decision because he is getting older and we cannot keep playing him every single time. So that's why for this game tomorrow, I want Thiago Silva to be on the bench. I want to see the centre backs of both Badiashile and Disasi because Badiashile didn't have a great game against Newcastle, but that was his only worst game. So. And plus, Thiago Silva didn't help him at all. So, but listen, when players get, but listen, I hope Badiashile can pick up against Brighton. Like basically, I really hope he puts that same performance against Brighton because he scored a goal and we kept a clean sheet. So I hope Badiashile does the same thing, and I want to see him alongside Disasi because I didn't get why Decisive was on the bench against Newcastle. Yes, he has sometimes in games like in big games he doesn't do well defensively, but let's not forget he has made some tackles, he has made some intersections, he has played defensively, and like I said, when we faced Brighton in the Carabao Cup, we kept a clean sheet because these two made a partnership and it worked. So that's what I want these two to be starting the game against Brighton if we have any chance of keeping a clean sheet because I believe that Brighton are going to dominate us once again. And let's not forget, last season, they beat us home and away for the very first time. And last season, they beat us at Stamford Bridge, when they dominate us. So yeah. But listen, I was about to be confident in the game against Brighton if Chelsea got a decent result against Newcastle. But after what I saw and the injuries we've got and the suspension we've got, I am very worried. So that's why you don't see me predicting Chelsea wins every single game because if I predicted Chelsea win a game against Brighton that we've lost, I made myself look like an idiot. So yeah, that's why I said a draw, not a Chelsea win, because I saw many Chelsea fans being so confident, like come on, that we're 10th, we could potentially fall down, and like I said, if Wolves, Fulham, the other team and teams that have got 13 or 15 points, if they win and then we lose against Brighton, we could go from 10th to 14th. So this is why we need to really beat Brighton because we are 8 points here behind the top 5, and that was my target for Chelsea this season under Pochettino because if we don't get into trouble by the FFP, we need to be in the Champions League and win a trophy. If we don't achieve any of those things, then it's going to be another disaster, and Todd Boehly would have ruined Chelsea once again. For the last 18 months, he has ruined Chelsea Football Club. So Todd Boehly needs to stop spending lots of money, get the managers right, get the players right, And yeah, and plus last week after that defeat against Newcastle, I've heard that Pochettino is at risk for being sacked because the owners of Egg Barley and Top Body and the recruitment team want Chelsea to finish in the top four. So if we lose the next couple of games from now on until December and we keep dropping further down the table, then that's why I'm gonna be really concerned about Poch, maybe the players too, and I can see him possibly getting sacked before Christmas. So this is where Pochettino, the owners, the players need to get it right because we cannot keep being this bad every single time. We just can't. We're a big club, but we ain't acting like one, yeah? And big teams that are above us are doing the same thing again. So we need to make sure we really concentrate and get things right because this cannot continue. It just cannot. So there we go. The only thing I can be a bit confident about is that there's no Lewis Dunk. There is no Lewis Dunk, and that's going to be a huge blow because Lewis Dunk is a fantastic defender for Brighton. He really, really is. So that's a bit of a positive. But other than that, I'm still worried. I'm not sure if Chelsea are going to turn up in this game and just get that win. Plus, after this, we've got Man United in 4 days' time. We've got Everton away. Then we've got Sheffield United away, Luton Town away, Wolves away. So we've got very difficult fixtures, and especially against low block teams. So if we want to finish in the top five, we need to go on a winning one, like 5, 6, 7 games. If we can do that, then I'll say that Chelsea are back. But if Chelsea win the next game and they're not losing the other game, that's when you're gonna see me, getting angry every single time. Because we cannot win one game and then lose the other. If we want to finish in the top five and win a trophy this season, we need to go on a winning form, just like Man City do, and Liverpool do, and Arsenal do. We need to do that. And plus, our home record here really needs to improve because this season at home, we have only one Premier League win. And that was against Luton Town where we beat them 3-0. One win. Yeah, 5 overall this season. Where we beat Tottenham, we beat Luton, we beat Burnley, we beat Fulham. Who else did we beat? Who else did we beat? Is it 4 wins or 5? Because somebody said it's 5. Who else did we beat? I think it's 4. Give me a second, guys. Let me go and check on my phone. How many wins have we got? Give me a second. Let me see if I can find it. How many wins have Chelsea got? Is it 5 or is it 4? Because I know we beat Tottenham and all that stuff. How many wins we've got? Yeah, 4. And look at that. Luton Town have got 2 wins. That is 2 less than Chelsea. So you see what I mean? This is why we need to beat Brighton. Because imagine if Luton Town win their game and then we lose the next game. They're on the edge of being above us, so we need to basically win because we're on 60 points and Man United and Tottenham on 26 points, so we're like 8 or 10 points behind the top 5. So if we need to make sure we go on a winning form and make sure other teams lose. But can I see that happening? No. So let's hope that Chelsea can, their winning one starts today. Otherwise, just forget about the top 5, forget about trophies because it ain't going to happen. And it's not going to be my fault. It's going to be the owner's fault, the player's fault, and the manager's fault. And that is it. So there we go. So us fans, we need to accept. We cannot be deluded and say, oh, it's still going to happen because it ain't. Yes, the season's not over yet. But if we keep on losing games and dropping further down the table, they've got to admit that it's game over. Chelsea's season is done. No trophies, no top 4, another disastrous season, and that is it. And that's why I'm the realist here. I'm speaking sense, yeah? Because I know Chelsea Football Club, yeah? I know my team. And when it comes to the international break, we don't do well. So this is what I'm telling you guys, I'm speaking facts. So yeah, it just cannot continue. So we need to really improve. We really need to improve. So fingers crossed, our winning form starts today. Otherwise, it's over. It really is over. So there we go. Right, guys. So with that being said, it's time for me to give you guys my predicted line for tomorrow's game. So, without further ado, let's start and go. Of course, it has to be Robert Sanchez because, yes, he conceded 4 goals against Newcastle. He was a bit sloppy, but you just cannot blame him for the goals. So, yeah, so obviously, he's I'm not sure when Petrovic is gonna make his debut in the Premier League. So, but all I know is that Robert Sanchez is in goal. I mean, he's not looking like the quality goalkeeper that we needed, but listen, he's going to be facing against his old club. So there you go. So Robert Sanchez in goal. The Like I said, the back four. There's no Rich James. There's no Cookware. So unfortunately, this is going to be my back four. It's got to be Lewa Colwell. Hopefully, he's fit enough. If he's not, then who's going to be at left back? So I don't get it. So yeah, Lewa Colwell is left back. Unfortunately, the two centre backs. If Moise Caicedo is available, then I want to see him start as right back because many other friends told me that if you watch the Arsenal game, he was really good, and I did watch that, and he was really good as right back against Arsenal, and also they kept a clean sheet. So let's see if Moise Caicedo can do that. And now I know he's a midfielder, but listen, some people told me he can play well. He can play as right back. So let's see if he can do that. But if he doesn't start, then I know he's going to just start Disasi as right back, Pochettino, and also Thiago Silva on the right hand side. So yeah. But for me, my predicted lineup is Lewa Kola as right back. Sorry, Lewa Kola is left back. Moise Caicedo as right back, and the two centre backs, like I said, Badiashile and Alex Disasi, because Thiago Silva needs to be benched. It was really shocking. Cost us the 3 points, and yeah, it wasn't that great. So yeah, so that's going to be my back four, unfortunately. So there's no Ben Chilwell, no Gusto, no Reece James, and no Marco Cuellar. There are two players injured, two players suspended. So there we go. All right, so let's move on into the midfield. So yeah, like I said, since we got injuries and suspensions, I have to put the same midfielders in the game against Newcastle. I thought Enzo Fernandez, a game against Newcastle, especially in the first half, is the only player that played well. Maybe Robert Sanchez, maybe Sterling, but yeah, other than that, I thought Leslie Kuchuku was sloppy and wasn't his best game at all. Worst game for him for Chelsea this season. So yeah, so let's hope he can prove and just make sure he doesn't give the ball away, don't make some silly mistakes. So there we go. So yeah, so Leslie Kuchuku starts alongside Enzo Fernandez. So there we go. Right, the front three. So it's gonna be the same one. Like now Cole Palmer and Conor Gallagher didn't have a best game last week, but the reason why that is because Pochettino decided stupidly to switch it up, decided to put Conor Gallagher as a white winger and Cole Palmer as a number 10. Now, if that's the case, if you want to put Cole Palmer as the number 10, take off Conor Gallagher and bring on Madueke. But the thing is that Madueke isn't getting minutes this season, so why switch it up? So for this game against Brighton, I don't want to see Pochettino switch those two up again. To me, Conor Gallagher, his best position is a number 10 central attacking midfielder, Cole Palmer on the right. That is it. If I see that again, Pochettino, then I'm going to be absolutely fuming. I really am going to be fuming. So Conor Gallagher's the number 10, Cole Palmer on the right. Simple. Raheem Sterling scored a free kick against Newcastle, but looked absolutely terrible after that, did absolutely nothing. So hopefully Sterling just can forget about the Newcastle, just focus on Brighton and just put in that performance as you did against your old club Manchester City. It's as simple as that. So yeah, those are going to be my attacking players. Then up front, of course, it's got to be Nicholas Jackson because listen, I know he didn't do well against Newcastle, but Brozier, I mean, if he's fit enough and ready, then probably start him. But I don't think he's going to start Emmanuel Brozier. So Nicholas Jackson up top. I'm not sure what to think of him. I feel like we need to sign a better striker because Nicholas Jackson, to me, it looks like he's proving that he's really not a striker. He's a left winger. So yeah, but listen, it's not my fault that we signed him. It's Todd Bowley. I'm not sure if Pochettino wanted him, but it's Todd Bowley's fault for signing him. So there we go. So unfortunately, Nicholas Jackson up top. I don't think he will score, and I think he will just do nothing. So there we go. So yeah, that is it. That is it for that one. All right, guys. So that is it. That is all my predicted lineup for tomorrow's game. Now, in terms of my scoreline prediction, if you watched my predictions yesterday, I went for 2-1 Brighton, and I'm going to still stick by that because if Chelsea would have done well against Newcastle, then I would have gone for Chelsea would have probably 1-0. But the fact that we're going to get dominated, we got no fullbacks, we haven't got we're going to play centre backs as the back four. Up against Matoma, Pedro Neto, Danny Welbeck, and all those teams. That's how I'm going to be worried. So yeah, I'm not sure if we're going to put that same performance as we did in the Carabao Cup at home against Brighton. So that's why I cannot see Chelsea getting the win. It's either going to be a draw or a loss for Chelsea. So that's why I went for 2-1 because that's what my head is telling me. My heart is saying 1-0. So I have to go with my head. So there we go. So yeah, that's going to be my prediction for tomorrow's game. 2-1 to Brighton against Chelsea. And I believe they beat us home and away last season. I think they're going to do the same thing. So just because we're in a mess. And let's not forget, Brighton are 4 points ahead of us. So if they win, they will go 7 points ahead of us. So there we go. So yeah, I mean, if we win against Brighton, then we're still going to be 10th because we're going to be on 90 points and Brighton's going to be on 20 points. So there's no, so yeah, there's not going to be any changes, unfortunately, for that one. So yeah, there we go. So can Chelsea bounce back? Can they get the win? Or is it going to be another disappointment? So we'll wait to see what happens tomorrow. But yeah, guys, so that is it. That is the match preview for Chelsea versus Brighton that kicking off tomorrow afternoon at Stamford Bridge, 2 p.m. In UK time. And yeah, I'd like to say thank you so much to all of you that watched this video. Don't forget that tomorrow there's going to be a live watch along for Chelsea Brighton and potentially Manchester City versus Tottenham. If Chelsea don't win, then I'm not going to do both. But if Chelsea do win, then I'm going to do Man City versus Tottenham. So make sure you guys tune into that one tomorrow. It's going to be absolutely amazing. So there we go. So yes, guys. So make sure you click the subscribe button if you're new. Give this video a thumbs up. Smash a like if you enjoyed this video. Make sure you click the bell notification so that you never miss any of my YouTube content. And make sure on Elijah Talks Football, make sure you click the share button so that you guys can preview the game. How do you think the game's going out? What's your predicted lineup? And what's your scoreline prediction? So let me know in the comments down below. And I'll see if I have time to react to your comments as soon as I can. So yes, guys. So as always, big up the damn spells. Thank you so much for watching. Look after yourselves. Take care. Goodbye. God bless. And I'll catch you guys again very, very soon. In a big people. Peace.